Small group time. Some of you just got chills, and not the good kind. Because let's be real, you tried everything they told you to try, and you're still wondering why it feels so hard. If you follow the script, printed the cute TPT templates, follow the best of the best on TikTok that are teachers, and you sat through PDs and even borrowed ideas from your teammate, but your small group still feels scattered and exhausting, this video is for you. Hey, I'm Tamia, the founder of The Savvy Educator, where I support educators like yourself in grades K to 3 who have students reading below grade level and they don't know what to do. And today I'm going to share a simple framework for running small groups that actually works without the burnout. So by the end, you'll have a clear starting point you can use tomorrow, no matter how messy your school year feels right now, right? Because it feels a little chaotic, it feels a little tight. So let's keep it real for a second, right? Here's what most teachers have done, because I've done it too, especially if you're new to the field, right? You followed the curriculum script, even though you knew it didn't quite match your students' needs, because it's a resource they've given you. It's supposed to work, right? You've downloaded all the cute templates, hoping they magically solve the problem. You sat through PDs that sounded great in theory, but fell apart in real life, right? Again, especially if you're a new educator, you're starting with what they gave you, right? And not a lot of teaching is around core interventions for students reading below grade level. And finally, you've asked a colleague what they were doing, and then you just piece together in a plan with duct tape and just prayers, right? And still you're exhausted. Your small groups feel very inconsistent, and your readers, they aren't making the progress you know they could. So the needle's not moving, and you're noticing that, or you want to get ahead of that. And now, if you've been secretly asking yourself, is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Am I missing something? I want you to hear me loud and clear. It's not you, okay? The real problem is this. You've been given strategies without a structure, right? You've got tactics without a framework. You got a PD that's sitting on paper, but it's not a framework, right, to support what's happening in your class. And when you try to run small groups using pieces of everyone else's system without building your own, that's when burnout sets in, and it's too early in the year for that, y'all. There's no clarity, there's no cohesion, there's no room to actually breathe, because you're just trying to keep this sinking ship afloat. So let's take the pressure off right now. You don't need more resources, okay? Close the TPT tabs in the Pinterest, okay? I know they're open. You don't need to stay late every night. You don't need to copy the teacher across the hall, because what's happening in her class is not what's happening in yours, right? What you need is a clear, simple structure that works in your classroom, with your students, and using your available time, because time is not a strong resource we have, right? So we have to maximize the time that we have. And so that's the difference between surviving small groups and running them with a purpose. There has to be structure in place to run your small groups, not just a PD that talks about general education structure. So my small group framework is built around 3 very simple steps, and I want to share them with you. So number 1, focus. Focus, okay? You want to pick one small skill, not small. You want to pick one skill per group to work on. Not 10, not 5, just 1. This gives you clarity and your students' consistency. Number 2, you want to look at structure. So you want to use a predictable lesson format. Now, each group is going to be very different. You're going to have your students who are on grade level and some that are very significantly below, or they may be right on grade level. But this is a structure you want to look at. A quick review. Maybe that's 1 to 2 minutes. Then you want to teach and model the skill. That's maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Then you want guided practice, which could be 4 to 5 minutes. You want a quick exit check. It's 1 or 2 minutes. If your reading block is 90 minutes, think about what that looks like for each group. Next, you want to flow. You want to have a plan for what the rest of the class is doing, right? Because you want one that doesn't require constant interruptions, okay? So this framework works because it's repeatable. You can refine it over time, but you don't have to reinvent it every day. We don't have time to keep reinventing every single day. You need a structured plan. So you may be thinking, but my small groups aren't perfect yet. And guess what? They're not supposed to be perfect. Where does that exist? Where they at? They're supposed to be functional, okay? So you can start small and build as you go. And I want you to remember that progress happens in action, not in planning mode. So here's what I want you to do. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. No such thing, right? Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Pick one skill, one structure, and start this week, okay? Think about the 3 things. You want to focus, you want to plan ahead for your lessons, and you want to structure it, okay? So if you want support in mapping out a small group plan that works for your class and doesn't burn you out, let's work together. So I'm offering one-to-one small group strategy sessions where we'll design a plan you can start using right away. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right away. And I'm going to share the link with you all below. So remember, you deserve to run small groups with purpose. Purpose, not pressure, right? Working smart, not hard. You don't have to do it alone. And you don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to start with a framework you trust. Okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.